I voted that the parents were the most to blame on the issue of the cheating because I just feel like parents often, most of the time, are the ones helping their children get into these schools, and these children are not going to have these lump sums of money, so they're clearly getting it from their parents to cheat to get them into these elite schools, and I think that that's terrible.
I actually don't think the parents or the scammers are to blame as much as the college institutions themselves for being so massively expensive.
In all these cases that I've read or seen about, it seemed like the parents were initiating things, and kids are going to do what their parents say. I know they're high school kids, but I teach high school, and they're still going to do what their parents say. If their parents allow them to cheat, then it's just as much the parents' fault.
The students are to blame because what they did was wrong. They were completely scamming and cheating, and they knew exactly what they were doing just to get into a university. And as a college student, I work very hard, and I think in my university, and I think college isn't for everyone. And if you're not willing to work hard and put in the effort, then you shouldn't be attending.
The ones that altered the exams or were cheating are the scammers, and yes, they're the ones that should be accountable.
I voted the college applicants are all to blame because they really are. I mean, the parents knew, the kids knew, the administrators knew, everyone knew. So it wasn't like nobody was like, "Oh, we didn't know."
I think that the parents are most to blame. The students aren't, because it's not like the students are cooking up these plans in their brain and that they're the ones paying off the scammers. They might be complicit in it. They might know that it's happening. They probably do. But they don't shoulder most of the blame. They do shoulder some of the blame. But primarily, I think it goes on to the parents because they're the ones that are seeking out this service. They're the ones that are trying to break the law, basically. Yeah, the scammer is also to blame, but if parents weren't willing to pay for the service, the scammer wouldn't have business. So unless a parent is willing to pay this guy to get their kids into college in a way that isn't legit, by bribing them or falsifying exams or whatever, without parents willing to do that, the guy wouldn't have any business. So, yeah.
The scammers are the one that made up the scheme, right? So it would make sense that the people who made up the scam get arrested.
Everybody's to blame. The parents, the children, the recruiters, the college itself. Everybody knew what was going on. I can't imagine that the kids didn't know that their parents were bribing these schools, and I can't imagine that the parents didn't realize that what they were doing was wrong too. Everybody's to blame here.
It's the scammers who came up with it. It's the scammers who found their customers, if you will. It's the scammers that talked them into it. These people may have had money and may have had the best intentions for their children, and maybe they shouldn't have done what they did, but they probably wouldn't have pursued this opportunity without somebody who was doing the scamming.